MackinVIA is an awesome tool to use in the classroom with your students. It is extremely user-friendly, and with just one login, you have access to ebooks, databases, audiobooks, and links. Today, we are going to begin by exploring the different links. As you can see, there are many different links that you can access. One of the most common ones that I use is Kahoot. Instead of having my students go through a handout folder, or instead of me typing Kahoot up in the search browser, I tell my students to go to MackinVIA, click on links, find Kahoot, open now, and they are ready to enter the game pin. Next, we are going to look at audiobooks. Audiobooks have no pictures, they have no text. It is a book that you just listen to. As you can see, 4 books are currently out, meaning 4 students are at home listening to a book. I'm going to go ahead and click on one just so you can hear what it sounds like.
Gregor had pressed his forehead against the screen for so long, he could feel a pattern of tiny checks above his eyebrows.
So using the audiobooks is just another way to have students listening and engage when it comes to reading. Now we are going to take a look at databases. As you can see, there are probably a couple of tools that look familiar to you, such as CoreClix, PebbleGo, TrueFlix, TumbleBooks. Again, this is just an easy way for students to access the site that you want them to, just like the links, and it is quick to get there. So if you want them to go on TrueFlix, they would go to the database and then open now, and this is where they would type in the username and password that we have for the school. The final item we will look at today are ebooks. Ebooks are broken down into groups as well as categories. If you take a look at groups, you may see topics that relate to your curriculum. I know 3rd grade science as well as 4th grade language arts have students study natural disasters. So I would direct my students to click on the tab Natural Disasters, and they would have 6 books to choose from about different disasters. You will also see biographies, which is popular in all the grades. We have 18 titles that students could choose from. Ebooks are also broken down into categories. When I look on here, I'm trying to find something that sticks out to me and is of interest. I see graphic novels, which is very appealing, so I will click on it, and I have 8 choices to choose from. What's pretty cool about ebooks is that some of the books have the option where you can look at more info for the book, and it'll give you information such as page numbers, the Fontes and Pinnell level, what grade level would be of interest for it. So this lets you know if the book is appropriate or not for your students. This isn't available for all of the books, but some of the books do have the information. Another cool thing is that there's a read to me option on some of the books. Not all, but the coolest ones that Mrs. Teresh really recommends are capstone books. So what you'll do to find a capstone book is you'll go into the search resources bar, and you're going to type in capstone, and you're going to see a list of books that are capstone. Now, I want you to be able to hear it for yourself why this is so cool. So you'll open now, you'll read the book page by page.
All About Football by Matt Doden. Touchdown! The quarterback throws a long pass. A receiver leaps and grabs the ball. His feet land in the end zone before he falls out of bounds.
Right there you can see how lively and entertaining this is. What student wouldn't want to listen to this? There's pictures, it's colorful, the voice is exciting. You can look at the glossary and figure out what end zone means. Capstone books are a great tool to use with your students. Highly, highly recommended. Debbie Teresh has access to the Guilford Elementary account for MackinVIA. If there are ebooks that you don't see that you would want to add, she would be more than willing to help if we have the funds to do so. The same thing with links and databases. If there's something else she wanted added, or a group or a category, just to make it easier for the students, she would be more than willing to do so. She encourages the use of it. She wants teachers to use it. Students love using it, so don't be afraid to ask. What's really cool about MackinVIA is that Mr. Incavito has already taught all the students not only how to access it, but how to use it. So they should be very familiar with the different tools and features in MackinVIA. Not only that, but Mrs. Teresh and Mrs. Jenkins provide the students time during book checkout to go on the computer and use MackinVIA as well. So now it comes down to you trying to find time in the classroom to use it. They know how to use it, you're going to learn how to use it, and looking at the different resources, hopefully you can integrate it in with your curriculum. I'd like you to begin by selecting an internet browser of your choice. If your home screen does not take you to hcpss.me, then in a search bar, I would like you to type in hcpss.me and press enter. You will come to a screen where you see many different sources that you can get to, such as Canvas and Synergy. Obviously today we are going to be using MackinVIA, so go ahead and hover over it, and when you're ready, click it. It's going to redirect you to a login screen. I want you to click where it says Login with Active Directory. You are going to type your typical username and password for the Howard County Public School System. When you have done that, press Login. You will be redirected to the home screen for MackinVIA, where you can then look at the different ebooks, databases, audiobooks, and links. Have fun exploring!